Okay, today we are playing a game on Busan. We are in the Platinum SR range, and we will be playing the entire game as Reinhardt, with the exception of one brief period during round 3 where we'll be playing a little bit of Winston, but we're basically Reinhardt the whole way through. Current team comp is Reinhardt, Zarya, Mei, Sombra, Moira, Lucio. Yes, that's the one. It's terrible. I have to remember what the comp is because I can't write it down on the other monitor as I complain about, I think, every other video. So, you know, I like to do a lot of complaining. I don't really have much to say about it other than really, like, if they pick a Pharah, we'll be pretty upset about that, but I don't find people are very inclined to pick Pharah on Busan because there's usually, like, a Widowmaker on Busan. Tends to not be much of an issue. So we're on Shrine first. That's what this one's called, right? Shrine, Temple, something to that effect, I'm sure. So, they've got a Tracer, that's inconvenient. And they've, So we're playing really aggro right now. We did arrange with the Zarya that we were going to get bubbled while we were doing this, but Lucio took it behind us instead, so we end up just swinging in and taking a ton of damage instead. We did try to coordinate, it's just Lucio's a dirty thief, so it ended up not working out super well for us, unfortunate. So Moira's hacked in front of us, but unfortunately, Hammond's here to be inconvenient. It's alright, they killed her anyway, because she was hacked. What was she going to do? She was way too far up, and she died. So they do actually have a Pharah, surprisingly enough. We do have a Sombra, so Sombra's, like, pretty good against Pharah, provided she can get to the Pharah and hack the Pharah. I don't even bother flinging the Fire Strike at the Pharah, honestly. Just chuck it at the enemy team and get some ult charge instead. Like, chances of hitting the Pharah, so low. You might as well just chuck it into the enemy team to actually get some ult charge instead. Given that's most of the point of Fire Strike anyway, getting ult charge. And we're already really close to having Earth Shatter. So our shield's real low. Were we actually blocking for anybody, like, during this? Not really. We've been standing real far off. Everybody else is to the sides of us, so we're not actually been blocking for anybody during most of this. Which is sort of the point of playing Reinhardt, is to block damage for other people, not just yourself. So Hammond fucked up real bad. Like, there's no reason this should ever happen to a Hammond. Like, just beaten to death by a Reinhardt. But hey, you know, people are bad. Did this hack actually get anybody? It got Soldier, I think. Did this really get anybody? Yeah, there's that guy getting beat to death again. It got Soldier. It looks like it also got Moira. Alright, I was like, it didn't really look like it got many people, but I guess it got more than I thought it did. I can't really see the hack particle effect super well on account of being colorblind, mostly. So, we're way far up. Basically, is the gist of this one. We're up here trying to swing into people. I'm not sure if we didn't notice the Reinhardt or what, but we were playing way too aggro. Went up swinging in front of the entire enemy team, and then the entire enemy team went, you should probably stop doing that now. It was a very firm suggestion. It was a little bit more aggressive than that one. It's alright, fight still looks like it's going okay in our absence, and that's all you can really ask for, to be honest. Fight's happening over there. Didn't quite get that Soldier, sadly, given that he was up on that perch. Oh, don't jump. Don't jump. Because we did it while we were in the air, and he actually managed to block it. So you're not holding it? The little extra half second of being in the air gave him enough time to put the shield up and block it. Don't jump when you use Earth Shatter. There's a lot of ultimates happening right here. We're flabbergasted that he blocked that, No, his shield was definitely up when that happened. We were flabbergasted that that Earth Shatter didn't hit people. No, he put the shield up. It was just barely, but he got the shield up. Earth Shatter's that way. Oh, like an extra couple frames too long. Well, now you hit nobody and look like a fool. And then we got Earth Shattered instead. So, anyway, we're back now for round 2. Ooh, it's a good idea to abort that charge right there. There's a lot of shit happening right now. Can't block Moira's ult, unfortunately, but we had our Moira as well healing us. Could we not have just gone for the Mercy? Mercy's hacked. And she's coming that way. I can't draw because my fucking monitor setup's completely fucked. I went back too far. Look, here's Mercy. Mercy's hacked right now. Mercy's going this way. Rather than run after this boy, let's head that Mercy off at the pass, because she's looking straight up. She'll probably not even see us till we're right on top of her. And by then, it's going to be too late. She can't GA away. Would have rather gone after her than, you know, go swinging into the Reinhardt. Which didn't end up resulting in us accomplishing too terribly much. Mercy had her ult, so she might have gotten away, or we might have killed her, like, right as she started ulting. So there's a fair amount of variance that could have happened right there. Can we get something for Pharah? We got Sombra, you know. That's something, certainly. Sombra, I don't feel like has been doing terribly much this game, but it can be hard to appreciate how much Sombra's doing for the team exactly. It's one of those things, like snipers, it's hard to tell how much pressure the sniper is applying if you aren't on the enemy team, really. So anyway, we've already got our shatter built up again. We've got 1, maybe 2 team fights left in us, so we hope that this Earth Shatter goes well. We're like, is our team actually even with us right now? Moira's with us. Lucio's with us. Look, just like, hold right click, hold left click, rear view mirrors, peep if the enemy of our team is behind us, because I feel like we're walking up with not many people behind us during most of this, and we're kind of just wasting a lot of our shield because of it. So, a little bit of latency issue right there. I recommend having better internet, or alternatively, plugging your computer directly into the router. It tends to give better results. So fight's still going okay in our absence. We had a few ultimates to use. The Earth Shadow was good enough. It all worked out regardless. They'll get back in time to contest this. Excuse me. But they're going to be rushing a little bit to get here. Here comes Reinhardt. Here comes Hammond. I would have gone for the pin. It would be the wrong call to have gone for the pin sooner, but I would have gone for the pin. I wouldn't have been able to resist it. I'll make a lot of bad decisions. I like to fight people when I play Reinhardt, and you're usually not really allowed to fight people as Reinhardt, unfortunately. So we got Mercy on the point. Mercy's dead now. Hooray, we captured the point. We won the game. Everything went great, except for that period where everything was going badly for a little while. But besides that, everything went great. The heroes sing now. We aren't doing the karaoke. There was a prompt and everything. And you know Reinhardt would fucking love karaoke. Come on. That'd be his jam. So now we're in the street. I don't like the street. It's such a weird map. Basically, I don't like it because I'm bad at this map. That's the entire reason I don't like it. I'm awful at Busan. I wish so badly that the Overwatch client tracked your win ratio per map, but, you know, I guess the technology just isn't there. Heroes of the Storm does that, you know. The worst game does that, but this slightly better game, nope. Can't do it. Can't track win ratio by map. That's information I'd like to know, because I have a theory that I'd look at Busan and be like, oh, like 3%. Nice. Awesome. Anyway, I think Visor did that, but Visor's hacking, so, you know. So, May's fucking dead already, which is a bad start, but their Reinhardt's dead. That's a worse start for them. There's no need to try and charge this boy. We can just smack him with our hammer instead. There's no need to try and charge him. We killed him regardless, so that's good. But he could have gotten away if we fucked up. If that tree wasn't there to somehow hold back the, like, 400-pound German man in about a ton of steel. That one little tree, strong enough to hold it back. But if it wasn't there, we didn't collide with that, right? Soldier might have got away, and that would have been very sad. We could have just smacked the boy. We were touching him. We might as well just touch him with the hammer, even though we actually have the axe right now because we're using the bad skin. Griefheart's actually the best skin in the game, you know, but, you know, you're allowed to, you know, you can disagree. You're allowed to have your own opinion as wrong as that opinion might be. So things all got very scary there. Reinhardt did manage to countercharge us before we could pin him, so that's very upsetting. We do have Earth Shatter built up, and it looks like they're going to funnel out of a narrow corridor at us. We want it. We want it bad right now. Oh, he's fucking dead. Actually, they're not even really coming this way. It was just Soldier and Reinhardt. Everybody else went the other way. Oh, surprise. Yeah, hug her. Oh, damn. That definitely the play is to hug her and kill her on our shield right there, but unfortunately didn't work out. I also just want to highlight that Sombra, drastic overuse of company resources right here. Hey, I might as well emp this fucking Moira, right? She did emp it, right? Yeah, she emped. I saw the wave come out. Anyway, so we've still got Earth Shatter. That's cool. You know, it's a pretty good ultimate. They've still got, like, a couple of fights left at this point. But hey, you know, if we can win with Earth Shatter, then, you know, we're looking good. She's just gonna walk herself out of this Graviton because she's playing Orisa, and not much was accomplished with that ultimate right there. Orisa being the only person who still gets to leave the Graviton, everybody else not so much. I still don't really like that they did that, you know. I preferred Graviton when you were allowed to use movement abilities in it, because then there was more counterplay to the ultimate than have a Zenyatta on your team. You know, because you could just have a bunch of heroes that can get out of the Graviton, and that makes the Zarya feel bad. Yeah, but fucking Zarya should have been, like, picked a better hero or ulted better, shouldn't she? Like, waited until people use their cooldowns or caught the people that can't get out of it. No. This is too much. This is too hard. We better make it just so that the Graviton is an I win button unless they have a Zenyatta, you know. That seems nice and reasonable instead. So we've used Earth Shatter up here. I'm not a big fan of that, really. Mostly just because of the position these people are in. Like, there's a lot of corners for them to get around, and we actually only ended up getting Roadhog with it. I would rather wait until they're trying to push up through this hallway, like right now, and Earth Shatter a bunch of them right here, instead of trying to, like, catch people just before they get round the van. If there's a corner there, like, right next to the person I'm trying to Earth Shatter, I'll strongly consider not Earth Shattering, because they, like, if the corner is right there, you know, they can do it. So we let our shield break. That's bad. Attack Visor was happening, so we were trying to block that, but then after Soldier ran away, there wasn't really any point to having that up anymore. Again, we could have just smacked that boy. We were behind him. We didn't need to try and pin him. We could have just clonked him in the back of the skull a couple times. Yeah, you know, beat the drum. I just feel like I should repeat myself a good 8 or 9 times, really. But if we keep doing it, obviously it bears repeating, doesn't it? Why haven't you learned right here in this middle of this video, right? Why haven't you learned better than that? I've told you now, so why haven't you retroactively played better? Explain yourself. Anyway, we have Earth Shatter built up again, because we actually got to do a fair bit of swinging during that fight. Nice and convenient. It's like we never wasted it at all. So, Orisa's here. Orisa, a little bit inconvenient with the shield and all that. Broke the bongo. We want the Earth Shatter real bad. Oh, Sombra, just right on time. Right on time with the Emp. That was pretty much optimal right there. Half the team's dead. Let's go. We really wanted that Earth Shatter, but we weren't going to find an Earth Shatter from that position, unfortunately. Things started going not so well. Then Mei threw her ult in, and they started to spread. So, we weren't going to find an ult right there. That's alright. We can try again. I don't really like going this way, just because of how easy it is to, like, get caught or pushed off the edge or get caught in the hallway and murdered. I don't really like going that way. Mind you, talking about going down murder hallways, right? Anyway, maybe I'm just bad. Well, I am definitely bad, but maybe I'm particularly bad at this map. So we really want this Earth Shatter, but we're currently really low, and then Pharah did that, and then Soldier also did that. So it was a little bit of an issue. I don't know where Moira was during that. Maybe Moira got picked off, like, way earlier. Because I was like, well, it's taking a while for us to get healed right here. So we've still got this Earth Shatter. Now we gotta kind of like, you know, hustle to the objective. Because we're about to lose the round. Is anybody gonna touch? Someone's touching. Hooray. That means we'll get there and use our ultimate. And, you know, this barrier's in the way. They're kind of a little bit spread out. It's all very unfortunate. Roadhog's using the Rudy Tooty Whiz-Bang shooting, which makes it difficult to get into a good position right here. Basically, like, the play is going to be walk in a straight line to try and get through this barrier and ult those people over there, seeing as that's where Mercy Soldier and Orisa are. And basically just try to push in and ult them before Roadhog notices what we're doing and starts ulting us. But let's be real, by the time we got to the objective round that time, it was pretty much all over because the fight was already not going well when we arrived. So that Earth Shatter was going to have to be unbelievably sick to actually recover that one. So we've entered now the Winston period of the game. We aren't playing Winston for the entire round. I don't remember how much Winston we are playing, but I remember still changing back to Reinhardt, so I went, we don't need to put Winston on the card at the start. So they still have Pharah, even though Pharah isn't, like, that great on this map. It's pretty confined. So we've jumped straight in, but oh no, there's a lot of boys right here. We just jumped into, like, a lot of people, and they turned and they murdered us, which is the correct course of action. So a little bit too aggressive on the jump. That's why they pay me the big bucks right there. You jumped in and died, you should probably strongly consider not dying the next time you jump in. I find that that increases your overall win chance. So we got hooked by Roadhog. That's real bad. We put our bubble down to survive. Now we have to kind of wait for our bubble to be up before we really get up to much fun. We are about to try and have some fun before our bubble is up. They didn't respond super well, but we could have just waited an extra couple of seconds for this. Because when we jump in, our shield's at 3 seconds. 3 seconds is long enough to get killed if the enemy team responds appropriately. So I'd rather just wait a little bit longer. It's like Soldier and Mercy are still going to be up here. Where are they going to go in the interim period, right? We could have just waited for the shields and reduced chances of dying. We did manage to bully Soldier to death in the end, though. D.Va also did a good job of following us, and she put the defense matrix over our body, which is probably the only reason we actually survived that situation. So we've almost got Primal Rage now, so we can kind of get away with just jumping in and doing whatever, because we're about to have this huge buffer in our back pocket as well. So we can pretty much just jump in and bully whoever we want. And hooray, we captured the checkpoint. Everything went great. They're sort of regrouping up here. A few people are still coming back, so we could have jumped on them during this right here and tried to kill somebody, because the rest of them are still getting back. We could have tried to pick someone off a little bit more aggressively. So Reaper got picked off. That's obviously a bad start to things, but their Roadhog also got picked off, but they have a Mercy, so Roadhog's alive again now. The Bongo's been deployed. I don't really want to jump on the Bongo, to be honest with you. What I would rather do in this situation is just, like, back up and disengage, because she's put this Bongo down where it can get line of sighted by, like, 1 billion different walls. So, and I mean, you know, you kind of gotta get your team to cooperate with you on this one, right? But we're jumping in 5v6 on top of their Bongo. Soldier also just got killed, so that's also another bad reason to jump in, another reason to not jump in. I'd rather just disengage and wait for the team to push in where the Bongo can't reach them, then try to fight them. I'm definitely not going to use Primal Rage on this one, because by the time we jumped in, 2 people on our team were already dead, and they were down 0 people. So that's a bad time to use our ultimate. I'd rather just disengage, wait for them to push up, then go in when they can't have the Bongo helping them. Also, 2 people on our team were dead. We should have just backed up anyway. One of them did die, like, right as we jumped in, so, you know, unfortunate timing, but don't ult, at bare minimum. Like, don't ult for that team fight. It was never gonna go well from that point. So Soldier just got picked off. Bad start. Pharah's dead, but our Moira also got picked off. So our main healer's also dead right now, and hooray, she's alive again. they actually lost Mercy, so now things are a little bit more in our favor, and Zenyatta used Transcendence, so we're pretty committed to the team fight at this point, right? Unfortunately, you know, Roadhog gets to go, you just fuck off for a little while, Reinhardt. Still managed to push in regardless. Miraculously enough, it all went well. It all went well. It went a lot better than it had any right to, given the very bad start that team fight had, but their Mercy went for a bad res, and Zenyatta had Transcendence, so even though our healer was down, we got to push in and actually do something regardless. So they're regrouping now. This is a very scary objective to stand on as Reinhardt, isn't it? Just looking up at all these big boys. So we should be trying to get up there, really. Like, they aren't making much of an effort to try. This is why, like, just being on the high ground by default is good, right? Because we'd like to be up there right now to fight those people and contest the high ground. But we're down here when this has started happening. So now we have to make an time investment to actually get up there, right? Whereas if we're just, like, on our adjacent version of, like, this staircase, we can just go up there and contest them. And if we have to stand on the point because they start pushing onto the point, I mean, we can just walk forward onto the point, right? So this is why, like, being on the high ground just by default is good, because if you gotta get to the low ground from the high ground, that's easy. You can just jump off. If you're on the low ground and you gotta get to the high ground, you gotta go out of your way to make that one happen, you know? At least as Reinhardt. We're also not really blocking for anybody except ourselves, which is, you know, suboptimal, because the whole point is to be blocking for other people, not just ourselves. So Moira and Reaper just, like, super overextended and died. If two people on your team drastically overextend and get themselves killed, there's only so much you can do about that one. You know, we were pretty far up as well, but we were probably following the other people who were way too far up, to be fair. But we've actually managed to make it back, because Soldier killed a lot of people with Tac Visor, so miraculously enough, we actually haven't lost, purely because Soldier just killed a lot of people with Tac Visor. And then the rest of the people that died early on managed to get back in time to contest it and finish off the remainder. So miraculously, it all worked out. Man, the hangar has been going a lot better than expected so far, hasn't it? Given how badly some of these fights got off to on their start. So here they come. We got Earthshatter. Hopefully Earthshatter's enough to win the game at this point, because this is their last team fight. They pretty much have to rush onto the point sooner or later, so we can just kind of, like, hang out and wait for them to start coming in. Kind of like that, and then Earthshatter them. Swinging into Roadhog tends to not be super productive. You usually have to pin Roadhog to really get anything done, and we could have tried to pin him. We were getting shot at by Soldier, so we were probably more inclined to block that, but then we pinned that boy regardless. It all works out in the end anyway. They're rushing on to the point. We hit people with Earthshatter. Reaper's spinning on Mercy. Might as well. Hooray! We won, even though it looked like we were going to lose at multiple points during that. Who got play of the game? It better be Soldier, honestly. It probably wasn't. I think he didn't... Yeah, it's actually Moira, which is, you know, a little upsetting, honestly. Yeah, now that's one spicy play of the game right there. Ooh boy, look at that one. So I'm just trying to parse. Oh, we throw gain. I was just we throw again. Ah, I see. I was just trying to parse exactly what Zarya's name was, because, like, it's not spelt very well. Basically, is my issue here. Oh, Mercy Senpai, playing Mercy. Look at that. What other names we got hanging out here? We got any other good ones? Fox 40? That's a lame name. Bellsprout, playing Reaper. God, playing Soldier. Nice. Nice. Yeah. Vega 2. I just don't understand. If you're on the PC, right? If you're on PC, battle tags aren't, like, unique, so you don't need to have Vega 2. You can just be Vega. Like, why do you want to be Vega 2 specific? Why do you want to be the runner-up Vega? Why not be Vega Prime? I don't understand people. Anyway, I don't really have anything super overarching to say. There were a few times we weren't really blocking for anybody on our team. We were just kind of holding our shield up, like, to block for ourselves, basically, when we were standing kind of far up. We don't need to do that. The whole point is to be blocking for other people. If we're just blocking for ourselves, a wall can do that perfectly fine, and the wall has infinite hit points, unlike our shield, which only has 2,000. So, only has 2,000, he said, you know. So there's that. Our Earth Shatters weren't super great. Basically, don't jump when you use Earth Shatter, because it's been a recurring thing in a lot of videos we've seen from our boy Flycaster right here. Don't jump when you use Earth Shatter. You don't want people to have any more time to react to you than they have to have. So, anyway, thank you very much for watching if you did. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm more than happy to answer. If you haven't already, you can join our Discord and ask questions more directly and have a conversation about them, or just shitpost with us, and I hope you found the video helpful.